Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Ben Shatliff on New Year's Sunday, and it's January the 1st, 2023, and a very happy New Year. So this year, New Year brings peace to all the people of Ukraine, peace to the world, and stability here in the United Kingdom in the world of politics. On the programme today, we'll be looking at the latest from Walk With Me. I will explain the significance of New Year's Day in the Catholic religion. We'll also pay tribute to Pope Benedict and, of course, to Pele. And we'll also have a look at the news, which is breaking on this New Year's Day afternoon. Welcome to 2023. So far, the weather mixed here outside. We've had a slight change around. All the Christmas decorations have gone down, but still some nice, keeping everything for the family and, of course, with the candles and everything in the background. Hopefully everyone can see clearly and hear clearly. We have had some issues. Over the coming months, there will be some changes happening behind me, and you'll see that as and when that happens. Let's just go to reflection straight away. Today in the Catholic Church on New Year's Day, the official Mass is for Mary, Mother of God. And I'm going to read the Walk With Me, which we'll be continuing doing for at least the next, well, we'll also, I believe this is the last one. No, this is the last one. So the last Walk With Me for a while. Hail, Holy Mother, who gave birth to the King, who rules heaven and earth forever. Each new year begins under the watchful care of our Mary, our Mother. We seek her intercession, offering up all our joys, hopes and fears, knowing that God hears the cry of our hearts. Mary teaches us how to pray. Like the psalmist, she treasured and pondered all that God has done. I will remember the deeds of the Lord, yes, I will remember your wonders of old. I will ponder all your word and meditate on your mighty deeds. God has done mighty things in our lives too. Let us rejoice and be glad in them, giving praise and thanks to God. It's easy when we reflect on all the magnificent things we have received and that God has done for us. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be on my lips. And that was from Walk With Me for today, for Sunday, January 1st, 2023, which of course, New Year's Day, Mary, Mother of God. In between Christmas and New Year, and it comes into the octave of Christmas, and this also happens at Easter as well, the octave of Easter, then there are very special holy days which take place, feast days. On my birthday on Friday, it was the day of the Holy Family. I'm just going to read that. I don't normally read things from every day, but let me just read what was said there. Holy Family Feast. Let the message of Christ find a home with you. Within the Holy Family, Jesus prayed the Psalms. They are the prayers of Jesus. When we pray them, we pray as Jesus prays. As Dietrich Bonhoeffer said, when we pray the Psalms, we learn to speak to God because God has spoken and speaks to us. Today's psalm reminds us that for life to be happy, we do best to walk in God's ways. Within the Holy Family, Jesus learned this. In our family too, we can walk in his ways and live the life of the Spirit. Here we learn the law of love, the call to serve, and the importance of prayer. Mary and Joseph, we seek your intercession that in the midst of the joys and trials, the ups and downs, and the daily challenges of family life, we may walk in the way of the Spirit. Now let's look at the news, which is making the news this New Year's lunchtime. Russia have launched fresh missile strikes in Ukraine, and have also restricted Happy New Year as well. During last night's celebrations for 2023 in London, There were tributes amongst the fireworks for Her Majesty the Queen, and also remembering and thinking ahead to the coronation, which is just 4 months away in May for King Charles III. And there was a very special, very special tribute to Ukraine as well, both at the Horse Dance Parade at the Admiralty Court there, and also actually on the actual Thames itself. And the National were playing one of Ukraine's beautiful songs. So our thoughts, as always, are always with the people of Ukraine. And it was absolutely lovely yesterday when I had which is a nice surprise when they sang happy birthday to me. There was some lovely presents, and we're all friends, not just for what's going on in Ukraine and standing support, as well what's going on at the moment. These are friends for life, and I said we're all part of one family, and that will remain always, helping people once this is over, and making sure there's never ever anything like what is happening now happening again. And there was a picture there of the tribute that was taking place in London last night. Glory to Ukraine, glory to the heroes. And of course, it's the Archbishop of Canterbury has spoken in his New Year's message about the cost of living and the various different things about people working together, actually helping one another, and actually, well, doing things more for people. And not any controversy as yet regarding that, but somebody had said something before Christmas when there was another comment which had been made. I'm now going to go on to two people who have both passed away this week. On Thursday, we lost one of the greatest footballer of all time, Kelly, who passed away aged 52. He's not been well, and he said over recent weeks about the fact that he was seriously ill. And it also emerged later last week that the former Pope Emeritus Francis was not very well, and Pope Francis was asking if everybody could pray for him. And then sadly, yesterday, His Holiness did pass away, and he was at the age of 95. Now, I'm linking Kelly and Pope Benedict together, not just because they both passed away within a matter of a couple of days of one another. I'm linking them both together because of their strong religious faith. In Brazil, very high in the Catholic Church and in Christianity in a whole variety of different ways. And of course, Pope Francis being a Catholic. The funeral service for Pele will be taking place and actually will take place in the stadium, and then will be buried at the cemetery. So religion very close to his heart. And we all know about how religion, of course, was very powerful to Pope Benedict, but obviously wouldn't be Pope Benedict. Back in 1982, when his predecessor, Pope John Paul II, came to the United Kingdom, and it was not too far away from when I sit here today. They came to Eden Park, and I remember actually standing and seeing Pope John Paul II come down from the helicopter at Nazareth House and walking on the red carpet. And I remember the fact that there was loads and loads of people that were on Bedell Road that were all camped out ready for his arrival the following day. And I also remember, excuse me, about the fact that I remember the Pope-mobile, which I was absolutely fascinated with. And I remember the big, what you could say, the lectern that was all resurrected, the podium that was all erected was absolutely remarkable. I went up there after the Pope had visited, and actually was able to walk up this podium. It was just an absolutely wonderful atmosphere. And then when Pope Benedict came to England in 2010, it was absolutely fascinating watching his tour around Britain, and it was just absolutely wonderful. And the fact is, as well, is that there was people from that weren't necessarily Catholics, people from other Christian denominations, people from other religious denominations that were all watching and felt some hope from Pope Benedict's visit. And when he was going, it felt a shame because it was lovely watching what was going on, and that was exactly the same for people in 1982 as well. So linking Pele and Pope Benedict together, two men who both, we know what Pele did for football and an ambassador, what he did for the people of Brazil, and we also know of what from how Benedict's the Pope Benedict, because I don't like it when people call the Pope or bad Christian names, Pope. And what what he came from when he in Germany and was even involved in Hitler Youth and a variety of different things, and then to what he ended up then doing as Pope. And we know there was a lot of controversy and various different things, but there's one thing that he did do, and he apologised when he was over here in 2010 for the abuse that people have experienced. So I will say to both Pele and to Pope Benedict, eternal rest grant unto them, and let the perpetual light shine upon them, and may they rest the eternal heavenly peace. As we move on now to 2023, and we look ahead to the next 12 months, you will notice a difference with me because I'm going to be going on a diet very, very soon. So you'll see some hopefully tighter shirts, which then get even more comfortable and a more healthier side. Because when we celebrate a birthday, we are getting on slightly. We need to make sure we think about all the ones around us to make sure that they see a healthier side, so you can do everything you can to help them. So that's exactly what is what's going to be going on over the coming weeks and months. I'm just noticing here somebody is watching this live, which is fantastic. Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you very much indeed for putting that message on. That's absolutely lovely. And let's hope it is going to be a very, very good New Year to everyone. Now, we know that I don't want to keep dwelling on different stuff. I mean, this is something to be a resolution of one specific side. But I know that I was one of the big sticklers about keeping to all the COVID rules and various different stuff like that. But I also know that we all have to live our lives and enjoy our lives the very, very best way that we can. So what I'm going to be saying for 2023 is understandably the top priority as far as I'm concerned. We need to make sure that the peace and stability is back in Ukraine without any shadow of a doubt whatsoever. And we need to be looking at ways here in the United Kingdom to help everybody, get everybody working together to do things. But we need stability. We don't need a new prime minister every 6 weeks. Whoever is in government, we need that stability. Because once you get stability, other things start to go into place. So if I was the prime minister of this country, I'm going to give a tip to our current prime minister. Work amongst everybody else. Get the best ever of all these other parties, not the ones that are like the water disagreeing along the way. Get the best of these other parties. Work together. And instead of everyone fighting and everything else, and it gets the P and Qs on a Wednesday and fighting over legislation and everything else, do something good to get the respect of the people of Britain, work together and find a good, proper way to get each and every person in this country out of this economic crisis. So that next Christmas, the lights can be switched on across all the villages, towns, and cities across our country without anybody worrying about cuts or cost of living. And also for the ones that like to celebrate bonfire night, people can go out and do that with the proper public displays rather than people having their own small gatherings and in some cases not doing the right thing, which then causes further problems. So let's get a fair, decent perspective for each and every one of us. I'm not going for Prime Minister, by the way. I enjoy doing what I'm doing here. I think I get more coverage and I get more respect in that kind of sense as well. But just a few little tips. Right, okay. That is it for the first Ben Shatliff on Sunday for 2023. I will continue to do this programme every Sunday. Apologies that some weeks last year I was unable to do it a couple of times with some technical issues, and then there's a couple of occasions when due to ill health. But let's try and put all that behind and let's have positive thinking for our brand new year ahead. That is it. I will be back again next Sunday. We still have another day which we can all relax and spend time with family and do things. So let's all enjoy ourselves and have a wonderful, boosting 2023. From me, a very good